Hi, good morning, everybody. I thought today was a good work day for us. Introducing a couple different looks. With ULL. Really having a big focus on us, our communication fundamentals. Continuing to get some good ones-on-ones, twos-on-twos work. Trying to put our guys in as many situations that could show up in the game, and just continue to get better in those situations. I thought our guys did play fast. I thought there were some things we're definitely going to have to clean up, and just overall execution. Some of the things in communication, still tried to create some adversity with just the atmosphere, even though we're playing at home, just still trying to force communication, make sure we're forcing those little things, to have a sense of urgency for our growth throughout each day that we get. And like I said, I thought it was a positive work day for us. Like I said, there's some things that need to be cleaned up as we jump into tomorrow. But I thought our guys had a good approach.
It seemed like you had some points of emphasis early in practice. Certain players, did they respond the way you hoped?
They did, and I mean it was as you get to this point of the season. I mean there's times that everybody wants to take an exhale. Like it's week 11, bodies are sore, bodies are tired. You have to fight against human nature at times, and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to give. And I had to remind some guys of that, and continue to push the standard that we have. And but all in all, I thought our guys responded well, and continue to build throughout the course of practice.
At this point in the season, is a team like Louisiana kind of the most dangerous opponent for this point in the season?
I mean, I think every opponent's going to be who they are. The most dangerous opponent is ourselves. I mean, it's a reality. Are you willing to go out there and be your best? Are you willing to go out there and improve every day? I've been a part of a lot of teams that as you sit there and you watch the way the season progresses, we want to play our best ball in November, and there is a process of growth, of development, and the choice is ours. And Louisiana definitely has enough playmakers to be able to make it extremely challenging for us to be able to go out there and to do what to be the best that we can, because they can. There's some matchup things that we got to be aware of. There's things that we got. If we lose our focus on what we're doing, if we don't go out there and play to the best of our ability, I mean, it absolutely could show up. So, but it's not necessarily about them. It's about just what we're willing to do. It's the same story that for the last 10 weeks of the season, and it's going to be the same story for every day here moving forward. So, I thought our guys, they've had a sense of urgency. I thought there was a sense of urgency. I think there's times that you try to, as a coach, you try to push different buttons to make guys uncomfortable, and there's some. I got to do that some today, and but what I'm looking for is a response.
Renardo Green had a really strong performance on Saturday. Seemed like he carried it over today. I guess, what has he been doing lately to kind of put himself into these positions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of our corners in general. I mean, I think Renardo's had a great year. I mean, he really, there's been plays here and there, but he comes to work, each day, and I mean, he is truly passionate about improvement, and he listens, he's coachable, he wants to be great, and he's willing to make investment to take those positive steps to achieve that. And I thought he showed up really big, not only in the passing game but in the run game there Saturday night, and had a really good day today. You just see the confidence that he's playing with. It was good. Jerry Jones got more work. He was limited last week. We got into the game and didn't necessarily have to play him, so it was good to kind of let him totally heal up, and excited about. I thought he did some good things here today, and Duke Cooper, and just really that whole group at corners. We got some young guys that are fighting for repetitions. We got guys that are continuing to get better. But I like what I'm seeing from that group.
What has Darius Washington done to kind of earn that right tackle spot for right now?
Yeah, I mean he's performing in the moment, and obviously Jazz was unavailable there I guess a week ago, or really didn't get much practice in it. Darius did a really nice job, and he's carried that over into the course of practice. We know Jazz is now he's ready to go, and so there's gonna be great competition there, and you got to go out there and execute in the moment. And I'm really proud of all those guys and what they've done, and the continued investment. And at that position, I mean, you got to be ready, because Darius might be in one play at right tackle, and the next he might have to go to any one of the other 4, and you know, that's his preparation, the work he's doing. It's impressive.
We haven't seen Darian since he played in that last game. Is there a chance he might be able to play?
And we're hopeful. I mean, it's something we're working towards. You know, and you know, I know he's doing more work at practice now, and we'll see, you know, what that looks like towards the end of the week. And you know, like I said, we're hopeful that we'll get him, you know, for at least some point before the season's end.
I meant to ask yesterday, what explanation did you get? The one play that I thought was a safety in Saturday's game that wasn't coming out, and Syracuse was backed up in their own end.
You know, the on the field judgment was that the quarterback was still in the pocket, or that he had gotten out of the pocket. My perspective. Sorry about that.
Can you walk us through the touchdown pass from Wyatt Rector, and I guess for him to have that moment for all the work he's put on special teams?
You know, Wyatt, that's a great point and illustration. Wyatt Rector has been awesome for our football team, and you know, a guy that you know, changed positions when we first got here, has, you know, really taken some dramatic steps in, you know, just his physicality, the passion, the energy, the toughness that he puts on display. You know, one of our best special teams players. I mean, whether it's punt, kickoff, you know, return game, just remarkable. And he takes you know, a quarterback ownership to all those things. You know, that play on Saturday is something that we work, and you know, it was it's a great double option for him if he can run it. You know, obviously we got great speed and ability. You know, they played it well, and you know, had somebody for him, and he was able to complete a pass with somebody, you know, bearing down on him. And you know, that's one of my favorite, you know, scenes of the game, is just as, you know, because White got hit pretty good on that, and you know, after he completed the pass, he's on the ground, you just see his hands go up, and you know, it's in the celebration of his teammates. You know, this is a guy, I mean, he's been a captain for us, you know, many times throughout this season because of the work and just the mentality which he brings, you know, day in and day out. And I respect the crap out of him. He's a great young man, and he's got, you know, great days here ahead.
What about the way y'all came out of the half? The focus you came out of the half was against Syracuse. You already up a few scores and go 14-0 in the third quarter. But how pleasing is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we've talked about, and you know, tried to, you know, have a great emphasis of you know, coming out and starting fast in both halves. You know, and when you're especially when you're on the road, I mean, it's critical that you get off to a good start, and you know, try to keep the momentum, especially the way the first half went. And our guys did a nice job in their execution, and there in the third quarter to be able to get a couple more touchdowns on the board, and you know, not allow them to really get anything started. I mean, it was big, and so I'm pleased with, you know, the steps that we've taken here these last however many weeks, and you know, just that mentality.
Have you guys received clarity at all with Caden Lyles as far as if he'll be able to come back next year?
That's gonna be something we'll continue to evaluate, and you know, Caden's doing a really good job. You know, what I love about him, you know, he's an aspiring coach, and you know, he wants it. And I knew that when he came in here, and it was one of the things that, you know, another reason that just drew me to him. I mean, you know, he wants to be able to make a positive impact for others. I think everybody's seen that, you know, even since his injury. You know, he's never pulled back. He's pushing himself. He's trying to do everything that he can. But you know, even when you watch him out at practice, I mean, he's talking to those young guys, trying to help with communication, trying to make sure that he can do all the things necessary. I mean, there's been times he's come up and, you know, sat in our meetings as a staff, just trying to absorb information, because you know, you're going to face setbacks in life, but what you choose to do in those moments, that's going to define your future. And you know, everybody's going to have them. And you know, if you get caught up just hanging your head and thinking about the things that you know, that have gone wrong, or that maybe didn't go how you pictured it, you're missing out on an opportunity for what it could be. And I think Caden's been a wonderful illustration of that. And you know, he's definitely preparing himself, you know, for what the long-term future is going to be, because I think he's got a chance to be a great one.
Talking about Wyatt's touchdown, I know Coach Atkins yesterday talked about other people might call that a trick play. He kind of said he didn't consider it one because y'all rep it so much in practice before you'd put it in a game setting. I guess, do you have any kind of, what do you consider a trick play, or is it a situation where anything might not be that to you?
You know, I mean, there's different things that might have special presentations, but you know, I don't get carried away with it. We call it because we believe it's going to work. We something that we do practice at a you know, a high rate, and you know, ultimately it comes down to the execution of it. And I think our guys, you know, executed really well in that moment. You know, there's a lot of things within our offense that might be base plays, but with different, you know, I guess window dressing that could force eyes to go in a lot of different places. So if we want to call it a trick play, yes. If not, I don't care really. So it really doesn't matter to me.
All right, got time for one more?
Where have you seen the most improvement out of Byron Turner? He continues to have strides in practice.
He does, and Byron, coming off the injury, kept him out for quite a few weeks, and he's I wouldn't say he's back to 100%, but he's pushing and getting there, and he's just Byron's going to be a lot of fun to watch here, and he's got a great future in front of him. Continuing to grow and develop, and just but he's tough, he's physical, he plays fast. I mean, I think that he's gonna have a great career here, and he just got to continue to put together the consistency of that, and which we're starting to see, and he's got a great future.
All right, thank you.